The next morning, as the gentle rays of the sun began to rise, Yun stirred in her sleep, sensing the increasing brightness. Instinctively, she turned around to shield herself from the rays. Her eyes slowly fluttered open, but her breath hitched as her gaze landed on the face that was unexpectedly closer to her. It was Jungkook. She panicked, trying to remember when did she sleep. She don't even remember, and she was still in yesterday's clothes. But soon her mind stopped as she stared at his peaceful sleeping face. His facial expression looked so soft, her mouth slowly opened in awe. As she observed closely, why did I never notice him before? Oh wait, I was never this close to him. But he looked so soft while sleeping, but in university. Her hand unconsciously went to his hair, but before she could touch them, Jacob moved slightly in his sleep. Yun panicked again and she instinctively turned around, attempting to distance herself from him. But to her bad luck, she lost her balance. She fell down from the bed with a loud thud, landing on the floor. The sudden noise made Jungkook jolted awake, his eyes fluttered open, and he looked around. Her eyes fell on Yun, groaning in pain. He quickly got out of bed and rushed to her side. Yun, are you okay? What happened? He asked, concerned at why she is on the floor. I am fine, just trying to get up and fall, she said, obviously lying, or she can't say that, Professor, I was staring at your face like a creep and fall down because of your view. What? Jungkook extended a hand to help her up and she gladly took it. Yun, you didn't hurt yourself, right? Let me see. He said, still panicked. How did she even end up on the floor? How I'm gonna tell him my bum is hurting? Will he massage it for me? Why the hell I'm thinking like Jimin? Yun, he called her softly again and she looked at him. I'm fine, Jungkook, you don't have to worry about me. Are you sure? Yun nodded her head as he sighed and walked to the bathroom. And when he closed the door, Yun let out a sigh. Will I stop embarrassing myself? He might be thinking I'm clumsy or something. Oh god, why do I act so weird around him? Oh god, just few days left, Taehyung, we need to do this fast. But we are already giving this project so much time. Don't you think? I know, but we have to increase our speed. It's just two of us. When we got the project, I've never thought it will be this exhausting. Me too, but Professor would trust us, so we had to show our full energy. Then let's finish this fast. Give it back to me, Taehyung, that's not fair. Then yelled, but Taehyung just laughed as they kept running around the chemistry lab. 5 minutes ago, they were working peacefully and Yun done half of her work. The half of her work was almost done, but as she was going to grab the beaker, which contained the main colorful liquid, Taehyung snatched it from her and started running around. Because he didn't reach to the point, he was a little sore, so he decided to annoy Yun. Catch me if you can, he teased. He knows she is already tired, well, both of them. Yun took a big step toward him and grabbed his shirt. Now, where will you go? She smiled as she cornered him to the table, but Taehyung raised his hand in the air. Beaker is on his other hand. He knows she can't reach it because of the height. Now it's his time to smack. Oh, you are so short, Yun. Yun huffed angrily and he giggled, making fun of her. Why do you have to be so annoying? She said and jumped up to reach his hand. Give it back right now before you face my anger. It's just here, get it if you want. He said, pointing towards his head in the air. She looked up at the beaker and then back at him. Her expression shifted from annoyance to mischievous as a sly smirk spread across her face. Taehyung furrowed his eyebrow as why she is smiling. But the next moment he knows she started tickling him. Taehyung burst into laughter, trying to move away from her grasp, but she didn't let him go. Okay, stop, you win, Taehyung yelled as he couldn't take the technique anymore. He placed the beaker while shielding himself from her, grabbed her shoulders to stop her. Yun finally stopped and looked at him, and they both burst into laughter again. The library door opened, and they both looked in the direction. But the other person froze when they looked at the scene. Taehyung's hands were on shoulder, and Yun's hand was on him. Oh, I'm sorry, I will come later, she whispered in a small voice, and Yun's eyes widened. She backed away from him. Ria, it's not what it looked like. But Ria was already out of the door. Yun was about to go behind her when Taehyung grabbed her wrist. Don't go, Yun followed her eyebrow as she looked at Taehyung. Taehyung, leave my hand, you know she misunderstood us, she said, trying to free her hand. Then let it be, let her think whatever she wants. Are you crazy? She angrily spat and yanked her hand out of his grip, glaring at him. Taehyung's expression filled with guilt, and he looked down. I'm sorry, but please don't go. He looked at him confused. Why he is stopping her? Why? Wasn't she your girlfriend? Then why do you want to create a misunderstanding? Then look at her shock. How did she know that she was his girlfriend? He never revealed it to anyone except Jim. Wait, Jim, he forgot. She was, but now, he said, clenching his fist tightly as he looked at Yun again. Let her feel the pain I felt. Let her know that I moved on from her. Yun eyes softened as she walked towards him. But you didn't move on from her, right? Yun stared at him and noticed how his eyes became glossy, and he looked away immediately. What happened between you two? She don't look like to break someone's heart. Yes, that's what I thought, but she did. She broke up with me and started treating me like I was no one to her. You didn't try to ask her for a reason. Maybe there's something. You think I didn't try? I did, but she said she never loved me and started to stay away from me. I'm sorry, Taehyung. I don't know what are you going through, but please, creating a misunderstanding for revenge, you are only going to hurt yourself in the end. Taehyung sighed. Somehow he knew that he was wrong for doing this, but it still hurt him the fact that she was the first person he ever dated in his life because she catch her attention. Everything was fine until he started to notice her behavior. She often says she is busy not coming, so he chose to respect her decision. But suddenly one day she said she wanted to break up with him. He tried to make her stay. He said if he did any mistake that he's sorry, but she said she never loved him. He was hurt, so much hurt because he loved her so much, but didn't confess to her yet. So he just tried to stay away from everyone too. Let's continue our work, come on. She tried to cheer him up and then started to do work again. Jungkook picked up his mobile and walked out of the classroom. It was the end of the day and he was already exhausted. Giving lectures in every class was not easy task, but it was his passion, so he's not going to complain about it. Jungkook glanced at his phone, checking for any message or notification, but none. So he made his way to the chemistry lab. He knew he will find Yun there. Maybe she will come with him home, or he will stay here for some extra hours. Yun suddenly looked at his direction and her eyes widened a little, not expecting him to stand there. Oh, Jungkook, what are you doing here? I want to ask, do you want to go home now? No, don't worry, I'm at Taehyung. He will drop me at home. I'll be waiting for you in the office. No, you can go home. Jungkook hesitated for a moment and then nodded. He had no choice than to go home. Jungkook glanced at him and went outside. Taehyung followed his eyebrow as he went near Yun. What was Professor June doing here? Maybe he forgot something. I don't know, she said, trying to shrug it off. But Taehyung knows there's something going on. Jungkook was walking back and forth around the chemistry lab, peeking inside when he saw Yun and Taehyung working. It's off time, and like always, they are working for some extra hours. He wanted to go inside and give this lunch he made for her. You know they are working hard, so eating cafeteria food for 3 weeks, so he just made this for her. He peeked through the glass window, hiding behind a wall. Isn't it? He sound like a wife who is waiting for hubby to notice her. What are you doing here, Professor Jin? Jungkook froze. Oh God, is this principal voice? What will he think? A professor is speaking at her student, or he should tell her she is his wife. Oh God, where did I get myself into? He turns around slowly, ready to face the principal. Sir, Jimin? Jimin burst into laughter and Jungkook turned red. He glared at him. Did I just make a fool out of myself in front of my student? He questioned himself. I'm sorry, Professor, I didn't mean to do that to you, he said, pressing his lips together. Jungkook shook his head. By the way, what are you doing here, spying on your wife? I was not spying. He immediately defended himself. Jungkook looked at him with narrowed eyes. Then do you want to talk to her? He said this time seriously. Maybe he wants to have some work from you and that's why he's waiting for her. No, it's will you help me? Sure, what is it? Give this to you. It's her lunch. I can't go inside. Help me. He extended it to Jimin and Jimin smirked. Jungkook rolled his eyes at his expression. Is it wrong to take care of your wife? Someone falling for my little cousin, I see. He teased and Jungkook stepped towards him. Jimin smiled, faded away. You don't want to fail in your next semester, right? Jungkook said with a cold face and Jimin cried. He laughed nervously. Professor, I was just joking. I'll give it to her. Do you need anything? I can give her that also. No, you can go. Jimin ran away and walked inside the chemistry lab. startling both of them. Jungkook smiled. For sure, being teacher is fun. He didn't mean it, of course, he was just teasing him, and he got scared. Jungkook, with a satisfied smile, walked out of there. What the hell, buddy? You barking like that? Oh, nothing. I just saw a ghost out there. They both rolled their eyes at Jimin. He can't be serious for a minute. What is in your hand? He said, pointing it out, and Jimin looked at his hand. Oh, it's lunch for you. Also, our unique got a secret admirer. Pin followed her eyebrow, wondering what was going on as Jimin handed her lunchbox. But before she could open it, Jimin leaned close to her and whispered, It's from your sweet hubby. Your eyes widened and a blush crept onto her as she processed Jimin's words. He slapped him on the arm, causing Jimin to burst into laughter. Hey, here it's not good to whisper secrets when you have third person. He pouted and opened the lunchbox. Oh, it was enough for 2 to 3 people. Wow, it really smells nice. Come here, let's eat this together. The 3 of them sat there while continuously teasing Yoon. I'm so nervous. Yoon was literally shaking her leg with tension today. She's going to present in front of so many students, Professor. Her preparation is full, but her anxiety level is high. Jungkook entered inside the room as he saw her lost in the thoughts. Yoon, it's already time to go. You look at Jungkook and nodded. She grabbed her bag and Simon. Jungkook can sense her nervousness. He walked towards her slowly. Let's go. Her words got off when she felt 2 arms wrap around her, pulling her in the embrace. She froze, but the hug was needed. A sense of warmth spread through her. You have worked so hard for this, Yoon. Believe in yourself just as I believe in you. You're going to do everything perfectly. Yoon closed her eyes and hugged him back, but he don't know how much his words needed her right now. Thank you, she said as they walked apart. Jungkook just smiled to her and kissed her forehead. As the day passed, they finally presented their project, and yes, it was a success. It was better than they had thought it would be. All eyes were on them, even though they were nervous as hell from inside, but they didn't show until they stepped out of the conference hall. It was a success. You both managed to make a good impression. Professor Wu congratulated them because he was proud that he chose both of them for this. After that, he decided to celebrate that after a whole month they finally free. Yet you both didn't sleep for 2 nights and many more sleepless nights. You two look like a walking house, but the party was necessary, and now what you want is to sleep on your bed. Yoon walked to her bed feeling a little sleepy. Jungkook was still not home, so she dropped herself on the bed and instantly dozed off. But the moment she woke up, she felt someone sitting beside her. The cold hand touched her forehead and she instantly opened her eyes, but a groan left her mouth. Hey, relax, keep playing here. What happened? She asked in a hoarse voice, and Jungkook looked at her. You have got a little fever, but don't worry, you will get better. Oh, what time is it? It's evening, he replied shortly, and she sighed. Oh, it's mean I just slept for 2 to 3 hours. No, Yoon, it's Saturday evening. What do you mean, Saturday evening? I slept whole day? Yeah, your body needed rest. Wait here, I will come back. Jungkook said and walked out of the room. After he came back, he sat beside Yoon, placing the porridge he made on the table and helped her to sit. I made this for you. No, I don't want to eat, she pouted, and Jungkook shook his head. He picked up the bowl of porridge and he extended his hand in front of her. You look at him with wide eyes. Just a little, open your mouth. Hey, don't treat me like a baby, I'm not a baby. You are a baby, my... I just opened your mouth, he said, trying to cover his ear, getting red, and Yoon's cheeks flushed red as she processed his words. She opened her mouth, the warm porridge in her mouth, and gulped. As Jungkook fed her the last spoon of porridge, a soft smile graced his lips. He reached for a napkin, gently wiping the corner of her mouth. Did he even realize the effect he had on her heart with these small actions? But the moment their eyes met, the whole atmosphere of the room changed. Yoon saw him gulping visibly, her own heart beating faster. She saw how his eyes flickered from her eyes to her lips, just for a millisecond before he stood up, clearing his throat. I am going to wash this, he said, immediately picking up the tray and moved out of the room. While Yoon put her hand on her chest, feeling how her heartbeat was fast. What just happened? Jungkook found himself sitting on the bed, surrounded by scattered assignments and his laptop. He had been working on preparing lectures, but his eyes felt heavy. Peacefully sleeping beside him, she looked better now. He made sure to give her medicine and check her temperature before she slept. Jungkook rubbed his tired eyes, trying to focus on his work. He sighed and carefully closed his laptop, setting it aside, gathered the paper before placing them on the table. He turned off the lamp and lay down. He glanced at Yoon, who was softly breathing. He reached out gently and moved some strand of hair from her face and smiled. The next morning he woke up, he found Yoon completely wrapped around him. His eyes hardened a little, her face was on his chest and his hands were on her waist. He softly removed her arms from his and moved to the bathroom. You look better today, he said as Ian settled down on the chair. He was making breakfast. Yeah, I slept a lot, maybe that's why. Jungkook nodded, his attention focused on flipping the pancakes on the stove. Ian watched his every move, how he was flipping them, trying to memorize all the steps. Jungkook glanced at her and smiled. How much she's taking interest. Want to give it a try? Ian looked at him and nodded. She walked towards him. Jungkook stepped aside, allowing Yun to take his place at the stove. He guided her through the process, explaining how to ladle the batter on the hot pan and carefully flip the pancakes when bubble formed on the surface. Aish, I burned them. It's okay, it's your first time, he said, and she disappointedly sat back on the chair. Jungkook continued making breakfast after that, and they ate breakfast together. Ria was taking her books out when she heard voice and turned around. Yes, are you avoiding me? No, her answer was short and you stood in front of her. I know you are avoiding me. Now tell me what is the problem. No, I'm not avoiding you. I've just been busy with school and other things. You can't lie to me, Ria. I know you are distant from me. Ria looked down, avoiding her eyes. Taehyung and I are just friends, nothing more. But no, it's not about Taehyung. Why would I avoid you because of something like this? I know he was your boyfriend. Ria looked at him in surprise. How did she know? Did Taehyung tell her? Are they that close that he will tell others everything? I didn't mean to upset you, but I don't want you to think something is going on between us. Okay, it's okay, I'm not upset, I'm not feeling well. Problem, you can come to me, tell me, okay? I will be here for you. Ria nodded and smiled later as they began to walk in their class. Jungkook was in the classroom, answering questions from his student after leaving the lecture. His gaze annoyingly fell on Yun, who was sitting in the middle row, engrossed in her book. He couldn't help but notice the way she tucked her hairs behind her ear. Oh, why the hell everything is happening in slow motion? He was stopped for a moment as he was unable to take his eyes away from her. It was like something faded in the background and his focus was on her, the way she bit her lips in concentration. He can tell the growing feeling inside him for her. Lost in his own thoughts, he momentarily forget about the question from his student until one of them stamped him back with the reality. Professor, are you okay? You seem distracted. Jungkook shook his head, trying to regain his composure. Yes, sorry about that. I was lost in thought for a moment. Please continue with the questions. He said and heard the question again, and his eyes fall back on Yun. Am I going crazy? What's happening to me? Yun came out from the bathroom. She just took a shower now, feeling better. After resting a lot, he saw Jungkook already sitting on the bed and focused on TV. I selected a movie. Do you want to watch it together? Yes, she answered as she walked to the bed and sat down. Actually, I want to take you out on a nice place, but the weather is not good. I don't want us to get sick. Well, movies sound nice. What did you choose? Jungkook smiled more of it. It was a grin.